No red pill, no quick fix, and I want to explain why. I want to dive into the topic of healing, recovery, health, and feeling good and very healthy in your body, your mind. And I want to explain why there is no red pill, there is no quick fix, there is no such thing. It doesn't exist. So first of all, what is a red pill? Or what would it be? It would be just to take one pill and get rid of the problem. It doesn't exist. Usually when you take pills, when you take medications, it is hiding the symptom. That's it. It may improve certain things in your body, yes, of course, but it is not acting on the root cause of the problem. So when you intend and want to dive into holistic health, when you want to understand your body and connect to your being and understand how it works and how you can get better and improve and recover and heal from anything, you need to understand how it works. So you need to identify what is the root cause of your problem. But there is no one thing that will repair everything. There's no magic in there. There are different layers to health, and it's very important to understand that these layers are all interconnected. So you have the physical body, the emotional body, the energetic body, but you also have your lifestyle. What do you eat? What do you think? What activity do you do? What work do you do? Like everything in your lifestyle, what you do daily impacts your body so much. And then you have the nervous system, which takes a big part into your overall health. So all of these 5 layers are all interconnected. They're all communicating. They're all collaborating and working together. So these 5 layers define who you are, how you feel, how your body is in terms of health and energetical capacity and everything. So let's dive a little bit into these 5 layers to explain a bit deeper what it is. So the physical body, your organs, your metabolism, your immune system, your inflammation and detox pathways, like all of these are making your physical body. And you have the minerals, the nutrients, and the hormones. So these are basically what defines your physical body. And it's also usually where a symptom will appear in your physical body, whether it's something that you can see or it's a pain somewhere. That's where the body talks, the body expresses that something is going on. Then you have the emotional field, emotional body, how you feel, where your emotions, trauma are stored. Usually trauma are stored in your fascia. So that's where, for example, you see the connection between the physical body and the emotional body. Your behavior, your emotions, the stress, anxiety, this is where you feel. This is why your emotions are impacting your physical body. But they're also impacting your energetic body. That's where you connect to the energetic body. The energetic body is your field, is this aura that you don't physically see but people feel. It's the expression of how you feel and what people can perceive from you. So if you're stressed, your body shrinks, you have a tight belly, you have a short breath. But your aura, your energetic field is also impacted by stress. So this is where you see also the connection between physical body, energetic body, emotional body. Then you have the nervous system. The nervous system is the brain-body connections. It's a whole system, a whole pathways inside your body that is making the connection between organs, brain, emotion. Like that's your inner communication. And that is usually what's often dysregulated if you have too much stress, if your body's shrinking, if your aura is like fading. Usually your nervous system is also dysregulated and is also struggling to keep doing the communication. So another example, when something happened to you, you have a trauma, usually your brain, your nervous system is sending an alert to your brain saying something's wrong here. And often it's happening that the body will cut the connection and cut the feelings in that area of your body. So you will feel numb, you will feel less. So it's a protection, obviously, from, like, our body is very smart, but when you're disconnected and when you have something that happened and you lose sensations, that's why it's hard to get it back. It's not hard, but you need to know how to do it. You need to first acknowledge that it's gone or that something's changed. You need to reinstall safety in your body, which involved all these layers. And then maybe you can access back to the feeling, sensations. So the last layer is your lifestyle, is what you eat, what you think, what you consume, how you move your body, your daily life, basically. How you feed that physical body impacts everything. It's impacting your digestive system, your physical body, but it's also impacting how you feel. And it's also impacting how you feel is impacting how you, I would say, shine or show up energetically in the world. So these 5 layers of health of ourselves is what is impacted every time something happened to you. So when you have something coming up in your physical body, a pain, I don't know, like let's say like something in your skin, for example, because the skin is the biggest organ, but it's also like usually where it's showing, like you would feel something different in your skin or something. That means there is something deeper, way deeper. So there is always a reason, a cause, a starting point. Something happened that triggered something in you, and your body reaction is this on your skin. So I think you get the whole picture, and I'm sure you understand why no magical pill can rewire everything at the same time or at once. When you want to dive into holistic health, when you want to detox, you want to enhance your health, you want to reach longevity, you want to feel good again, or you want to reaccess to something you've lost, or regain more energy, you need to tap into these 5 layers. If you work only on one body or one layer at a time, you will never access to a full healing. You need to work on these 5 layers. So I would say what is challenging when we talk about healing is it's complicated to understand how it works, because it's also different for everybody. There is no one recipe that works for everyone. Of course, there are a lot of things that we know is good for everybody, like a deep breath, belly chest, and exhaling, making a sound. We know this is good. This is basically somatic practice. And we need air, we need oxygen. So yes, you have a lot of techniques that are good for everybody, But when you reach a certain level of, I would say, sickness or challenge in your body, you need to go deep into what happened. And usually what happened can be, from a long time ago. It can be a bit far away in the past. And the sickness build up slowly but surely over time. So the challenge, and I want you to understand a little better why it's challenging and why you need to work on these 5 layers. I will give you a few examples for you to understand. So, a nervous system that is dysregulated and suffering and in fight or flight mode is blocking healing. So, if you are in that state and you're trying a protocol, whether it's something physical, I would say like fasting or detox, or you're trying a cure or something, your body is not able to access the benefit of it. It's not able to absorb what you're giving it. That's the tricky part. When your body is intoxicated with a lot of toxins, a lot of heavy metals, parasites, like when it's overloaded with, I call it challenge, because it's usually not something we should deal with. It's completely, I would say, disbalanced. When it's at this stage, it's not gonna be able to benefit from a simple 3-day water fast or juice fasting for 7 days or whatever. Like, I see a lot of like cures or detox protocols, or a lot of protocols online, and where people are working only on what you eat, or you're working only on your physical body, or they're working only on meditation. So your mind, the state of mind, your energetical field, depending on the state that you are, if you do that, you won't be able to receive the benefit from everything. And I guess what is also difficult to understand is like, it's not by doing more that you access faster. It's not by taking more supplements that your body will feel better faster. It's all about the baby steps. It's a slow, steady, and long way. But it's also a beautiful, beautiful journey. The journey is the medicine. The journey to allow yourself to really connect to these 5 layers, to uncover, discover, dive into yourself, find the root cause, identify what's wrong, and start to experiencing and searching for a better way, a better you. That's the journey. And I think the journey is limitless. And it may appear like a very long way, and I would understand why you want shortcuts, especially when you're suffering, when you're struggling hard with something, and when your energy capacity and your capacity to fight or to be strong is lower than usual. I know it's difficult to understand that. But I would say 2 things. First, you don't need to do it alone. And second, allow time and space to unfold for you. Because I'm not talking only about healing here. I'm talking about a beautiful connection that you can have with yourself. And the more you uncover, the more you remove the layers, the more you can dive in yourself, the more you can understand, the more you access magic, your inner magic. It's like you have to dive and to go through some, I would say, obstacles and challenge, so you can access your inner power, your inner secret power. your own magic. And it's a beautiful journey. And that's what I always say to the people that I help with their health with. It may look big when you're at the starting point and you're looking at the end, which you don't really see. It may seem like such a overwhelming journey. But you need to have, I would say, you need some chapters in your books. You need some goals and steps along the way. You need to celebrate all the wins along the way. And it's such a beautiful journey. And of course, we all start with something different because we'll all have different emergencies in our body. And that's the beauty of it. When I have a container with a few people, we all go through different challenges. They all go through different challenges. They all have different emergencies. But the journey and the discovery is also feeding each other, because what this person will discover for herself can help the other person, and that's the beauty of it. I love having containers with a few people because we really grow together and we access deeper levels, and maybe levels that we would not have discovered without this other person because it wasn't our focus today. No red pill, no quick fix, but a beautiful path. Healing is a path. It's a journey that you decide to dive into and to take on. And it's beautiful, but do not do it alone. Choose your people. If I had one advice to give you, if you're struggling today, if you're really feeling not okay, or you're not sure why, I want you to pause, remove the distractions, remove the movies, the phone, everything, and step back and observe. Close your eyes and try to dive into yourself and remember what happened. Since when am I feeling this way? When did it increase? What happened in my life when I started to feel this way? Try to identify the traumas, the triggers, the emotions like stress, anxiety, anger, all these emotions. Try to identify everything and see also what body reactions you had from it. What is the new symptom that you have, or the new symptoms that you're having since a few weeks, months, or years? And see for yourself, from what I've explained here, try to identify and see how it's impacting your 5 layers, these 5 layers. And stop thinking, please, stop thinking that quick fix is a possibility. The only quick fix I see is not a quick fix. It's just medication to hide something that is happening in yourself. So it's a denial, basically. And something denied will come up in a bigger way later, the next few weeks, months, years. And it will be more challenging for you in that stage because it will be way more intense. The root cause will be bigger and it will have more power on how you feel. So when you see regulate your nervous system in 5 minutes, no, it's a false promise. You can regulate your nervous system in 5 minutes if the nervous system is not dysregulated, basically. It's just maintenance or rebalance, I would say. But when you have a nervous system that is dysregulated, it takes months to come back to normal or to find a new normal. When your body is full of toxins like filled with a lot of things because you've been eating in a bad way for years and years and years without even realizing it. It doesn't go in a 7-day fast. I know you may not be happy to hear that. And it's this kind of healing, this kind of like way or pathway is not for everybody. Because you need a certain willpower to want to dive into this world. But if you want, it's a beautiful journey, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm happy to welcome you in my world. I am happy to share with you what I've learned from my own experience, my aha moments, my discoveries. But the real healing is a beautiful but big journey. So I want you to be aware of that.